You're not good enough. Have you ever been told this statement before? I have. And here's the story. I was in fourth year high school, and that day I went to school in high spirits. But right after lunchtime, I heard this news that broke my heart. I wasn't qualified to study in my dream university. Man, while my classmates were celebrating, I was one of those few who didn't make it. And that made me feel disappointed. I should have done better. If only I reviewed and prepared more intensively. If only I was more serious with my studies. If only I was good enough. If only I was good enough, then I would have qualified. Whether you felt like you're not good enough for your spouse or for the task or for the job given to you, those thoughts come from a place of insecurity, which leads us to worry about the future. And I hope that this truth from the book of Proverbs encourages you today. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. To trust means to believe that something or someone is reliable, that someone is true, able, or strong. And when we say that we trust the Lord, you know what? It does not mean that everything will happen based on how we wanted it to be. It also does not mean that God will explain everything that is going to happen in our life. Trusting the Lord means no matter what happens, we will choose to go to Him instead of away from Him. It means our primary response to an uncertain situation is to seek Him, go back to His Word, and talk to Him through prayer. And it means that we surrender our control of the situation and allow His perfect will to be done. I know it sounds crazy, that it's hard to relinquish control. It's hard to let go. But you know what? God is already in control. And maybe out of pride or the hardest of our hearts that we fail to acknowledge this truth. But I pray that the grace of the Lord will be upon us to help us in our unbelief. Or maybe you're having a hard time trusting God because you think that you're not good enough for Him, that God is too good for you. You're actually right. We are limited beings and we will stumble. But that doesn't mean that in our imperfection, you are not loved and valued. In our imperfection, in our rebellion against our Creator, while we were still God's enemies, Jesus died on the cross to show His love for us. And the only person in the entire universe who knows all of our imperfections is the same person who loves us the most. We can put our faith and trust in His ways, just as He has promised that when we do, He will lead the way and clear the path for us. Have a great day.